I'm very glad to have you guys here again today. And this time around, we're going to be learning about chart pattern. So, and what are these chart patterns? They are the things we see on our chart, and then they are pattern formed by simply price action. When candles are kind of aligned in the chart, and then you see them. Don't worry, when we get to the middle of this lesson, you're going to understand very deeply what I mean. And then this class is actually going to be a very long series. Yes, like day 1 2 3 again of this chart pattern, because we are going to be looking so in depth into it, and then for us to really understand what it is saying. So let's start from triangle pattern. Starting from triangle pattern, which is also like having some kind of subtopic. So I just put it this way, because we are really going to um, go into it so well. No, triangle pattern. Okay, triangle patterns. And inside of this triangle pattern, we believe it is the most essential, and it frequently emerge in our charts. Wherever you're trading, you're looking at your chart, it's kind of almost every time we see the triangle chart. And then we have the types of it. We have the type of this triangle chart. What are the types? You have the first one to be the symmetrical triangle. We have the second one to be ascending triangle, and then we have the third one to be the descending triangle. Sorry, I'm just typing, I'm not even looking up. I'm going to edit that now. Say hi and Julie. Oh God. Okay, so guys, these are the three subtopics that we have under the triangle pattern. But today we are only going to be looking at just symmetrical triangle. So you guys know. Okay, let's just see if we can actually cover more, or this is just where we are going to stop today. Like maybe we are just going to stop under the symmetrical triangle today. Okay, so let's go deep into it, and then what's the symmetrical triangle? What do we believe to be the symmetrical triangle? Okay, I think let me have my chat box here, somewhere around here, so that it can be easier for me to type it out. Please make sure that you have a note that you are writing. You must have your own forex trading notebook. Triangle breakout, because most of these things actually, like they are dealing with a breakout, because when we have them as symmetric or whatever that is it is, it's going to actually lead us to a breakout, because we're going to trace the breakout, wherever it breaks out to, be it the support or be this resistance, is where we are actually going to head to. But each of this pattern has a way they work. Okay, so let's continue. Breakout pattern identified by the distance created by two converging trend lines. Sorry, converging. Okay, two converging trend lines symmetrical in nature. Now it's just about this pivot point, but don't worry, because I don't want us to do more of theory, just for an insight about it, and then so that you guys can actually understand the way it works and the way it actually goes. So in our charts, you have things like this, wherever you go on the chart, you always have something going. There are points. So here is a point, here is a point, you call them some kind of swing or pivot highs and low, creating it in the market. Either the market is going on a uptrend or downtrend, it's going to be creating all these things. There's going to be a high and a low in the market, regardlessly, because buyers are buying, sellers are selling back, right? So that's why we used to have these highs and low in the market. It's inevitable. It is very, very inevitable. You must have it. There is no way you're not going to have it. So that is why we actually just find out that, okay, there is a pattern in the market that we need to all know. There is a pattern that we need to figure out. There is a pattern that we need to understand in the markets, and all of these patterns are just so essential, and they are kind of like really important, which is supposed to be worked on, which is supposed to be figured out about, which is supposed to be like how do I put it, traded as well. You can actually trade all of these pattern as well, because when you see them, you know what it means, you know what it's going to, the at least 75%, like 80% probability of what is going to happen in the market when you see all these things in the market. So now let me actually draw it out, because it has a drawing, and I would like to first take my trend line and then do it this way. Now here, and then here. So let me see. Let me just use this. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me just use this. Coming from here. That's a point. Then we have a point A here. We have a point B created here. We have a point C created here. We have a point D created here. Point E, and then we have the breakout to the upside. Yes. You have the breakout to the upside. So now let me kind of label it for you guys. Here's my text. At the point A here. Meaning that the chart is coming from a downtrend. Do you understand now? Because this is actually supposed to go down like this, and please guys, it's not as if this is going to be kind of very, very accurate, because you can even have it like this and then some kind of fake out. Fake out is like a deceive, when you actually think that the chart is going to break out of the zone but still doesn't break out. That is what we know as fake out. So we used to call that as a fake out. When you have your B here, point B, at least this must actually be done at least 4 times, if not 5. This is actually 5. Point A, B, C. Even as if we want to count from here, A, B, C, D, E, F, like 6 times. Sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes it's like just 3-4 times, and then A, B, C, D. Then you have a breakout. And there are some kind of candlestick pattern that you're going to see. You're going to see some rejection, reversal candles. Remember, we learned about this reversal candles. Here you will have seen them already before the market breaks to the upside, to the upside, which is going to give you another confirmation of what the market is about to do. You're going to have that kind of instinct in you, and then makes you understand better, okay, that the market is ready, that the market is ready to do something, and then what it is just simply ready to do is to break out to the upside. And then we have E here, and then market is doing what? Market is just going to break to the upside. Do you see that now? So this is a symmetrical triangle, because market is creating a high, low, high, low, high, low, and then is doing what? Is planning to break out. Because market cannot keep going this way. No, it can't. There's no way. There's no possible way for that. There's no possible way. Market cannot keep doing this. It's going to break out at the end. So let's try to look for an example. Hopefully we'll find one. I just want like a true example of symmetrical triangle. That's a true example of it that I want to make good explanation for us, so that you can't find, you can't sit down here how they finding it on our chart. That means you have to look it on your own chart, because you might probably be trading something else, but whichever you're trading is going to be there. Okay, so guys, I'm not even like finding it now. Probably I should have actually found this before I started the class, but still, it's supposed to be a live experiment, so we don't, you know, trying to see something around here. No, it's not working out. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Something of this nature. Kind of. I think it works here. You know, yeah, it works here. So good. We found an example. And this is actually not. This is actually also not coming from a downtrend or something come from a uptrend. But still, as far as your confirmation here one A B C D E, or let's say A B C D E, like I also said here A B C D E, and then it even completed here, like good, and then it broke out. You see a doji here. Can you see a doji? You know, these are some of these reversal signs that you know in the market, because buyers and sellers are actually competing in the same way. You're competing in the same way, and then you have your doji, and then you have your breakout. The price broke out of that zone. So this is a very good example of what, of symmetrical chart, because a symmetrical chart pattern whereby you have your market, breaking out of the zone at the end of the day. Can you see that very clearly? So let me read this back. So tomorrow we are going to learn about sorry, why is it doing this? Okay. Okay, we are going to learn about the ascending triangle. Today is about the symmetrical, then tomorrow we learn about the ascending. The next day as well we learn about the descending. Look for this exact pattern, try it out, go to your charts, try to see this, try to figure it out, because you're really going to need it. So, because as a price action trader, we have to largely combine some things. The candlestick you're seeing, what is the breakout saying, what was the market trying to say. With all of this pattern is going to help you more as a confirmation to know where the market is going, and then tell you some certain things that you need to do. Okay guys, so till we meet, and how do I say it, in another class. So please subscribe, comment, ask me a question of what you don't even understand. If you don't understand anything, ask me, because I'm trying to make it very simple. That's why, okay, just this, and then you learn it very well. You look at the chart, you see how the chart is being formed, and then you see the pattern that works with it, so that when you see it in your chart, you can be able to do something of this nature. You're going to actually long, you go for a buy in the market. Your side is going to be here, and then your entry is going to be here, the breaker, and then go for a long, because this is actually this is actually your resistance, while this is a support. It is tough to see about trading support and resistance, guys. At least look for a 10 pip, look for a sharp 10 pip, and then before you know it, you are out of the market, instead of see that. So you actually have to look at your risk to reward ratio too. All of these are important too, guys. Please, I'm actually checking something. So look for a sharp, the very next resistance here, something around this place, at least, because the market actually have to like complete here again before even going further. And if you know that you have a very strong resistance at the top of here, then that's good. So peace, guys. Thank you very much.